Hey guys, it's Matt Bartram here from Warrior Fitness and Health, and I coach busy people to create fitter and healthier lifestyles with my boot camps online and outdoors, my PT and my nutrition consultations. In this short vlog, I want to discuss how you can keep yourself motivated through the winter, through uncertain times and through times of change. So as I record this, it's October 2020, but whenever you watch this, maybe now, maybe sometime in the future, we're all going to dip in and out of motivation. And as I film this, the clocks have just gone back. It's getting darker, it's getting colder, it's getting more wet. The COVID restrictions are sort of changing day in, day out. And there's lots of people losing motivation with their health and well-being and their exercise. And they're lacking drive, they're lacking consistency, and they're losing momentum. So this vlog is aimed at whether you're struggling with exercising in the winter, maybe you're struggling with exercise through uncertain times or change, or maybe you've just lost the plot a little bit and you're just thinking, I need some top tips to get me back into good exercise, well-being and habit and routine because of whatever reason it's dropped off. I'm going to give you my 8 top tips for motivation during uncertain times or cold weather or when you've just lost the plot. But first, I do need to give you a bit of tough love. This may come a little bit harsh. If you've lost motivation to exercise, it is because of one reason and one reason only. It's because your exercise is not part of your lifestyle and it's a big add-on that you think you can dump at absolutely any time. Because let's face it, you don't need motivation to have a shower. You don't need motivation to maybe go to bed of a night. You don't need motivation to fill your car up when it's empty. And you don't need motivation to pay your mortgage and pay your bills. Those are all just part of lifestyle that have to be done. And we don't need to be motivated for any of that. We just make them happen. So if you're ditching exercise when the weather gets a bit off, or if you're ditching exercise during turbulent times or times of uncertainty or times of change, it's not a part of your lifestyle. And until you make it a habit, a routine or a ritual within your life, it will always be something that can be dumped when you choose. That's the tough love. However, let's get on with the vlog. My top 8 tips to help you stay motivated in the dark, in the wet, in the winter, or whenever you've lost the plot or in uncertain times. Tip number 1, you need to get accountable. So maybe you could commit to exercising with your partner, maybe one of your children, maybe have a training buddy, maybe have a training friend that you're going to train with, because when one loses motivation, the other one can help each other and you can stay on the journey together. If you've got nobody significant who you can exercise with, maybe find an accountability buddy. So reach out to maybe a coach like me and say, I want you to be my accountability buddy. I'm going to send you my goals for the week, and then at the end of the week, I'm going to send you a check-in with exactly what I've done. But you need to be accountable to somebody or some system or maybe social media where if you let yourself down, people are going to know about it and there's consequences. So get accountable by having a training partner, a training buddy, your partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, family member, or if you're training on your own, just reach out to a coach and say, I want you to help keep me on track. That's tip number 1, get accountable. Tip number 2 is make a plan. Now, a plan is a simple word for what's called an implementation intention. Now, there's loads of science behind this, but if I, at the beginning of the week, write down, I'm going to do Warrior Online boot camps on a Monday and a Tuesday night live, and I'm going to do Wednesday's workout Thursday on catch up, and I'm going to go to the gym on Friday, and I'm going to be going to do that between 4:30 and 5:30 of an evening. That's called a written implementation intention, and you're 65% more likely to succeed with that goal. That is very different to on a Monday going, yeah, what shall I do this week? Shall I do something tonight? No, it's a bit cold. It's a bit cold. It's a bit wet. No, I'll leave it till tomorrow. But where I'm going to with this is, at some point you need to sit down and go, this is what I'm doing this week. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to say what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, and for how long. And then I'm probably going to share that with my accountability buddy from tip number 1. Tip number 3, I want you to set some goals, and I want you to be a little bit flexible around the goals. So example of your goals might be, I'm going to do 12 exercise sessions this month. I'm going to hit 150 minutes of cardio exercise this week. I'm going to try 2 new forms of exercise this month. And I want you to be a little bit flexible with them goals, because sometimes life has a habit of throwing things away, like children's problems, school problems, restrictions, maybe isolation, maybe commuting, maybe work. So maybe if we've set a target for 12 exercise sessions this month, if we get 10, that's absolutely fine. If we set a target for 150 minutes of cardio exercise and we hit 120, that's absolutely fine, because we're still reinforcing the great habits and making exercise as part of a lifestyle, not part of an add-on. So that's tip number 3. Tip number 4, I want you to be flexible in your thinking. So you remember the implementation intention. I'm going to exercise on a Monday, Tuesday and a Thursday, and I'm going to do this at this time at this place. If that doesn't happen, just be fluid and be flexible. Maybe you could catch up with some exercise on a Saturday morning. Maybe you could catch up with some exercise on a Sunday morning. Maybe next week you could do maybe 5 sessions because you only did 3 sessions this week. As humans, we need to be flexible. Tip number 5, I want you to make use of training indoors. Some people do not like training outside in the dark, the wet, the cold, etc. Take advantage of exercising indoors. If you're not part of a gym, join a gym, go and train indoors where it's nice and warm and toasty and all nice and safe. Maybe train at home. Maybe do Warrior Online boot camps. Maybe up your Warrior Online boot camps. Maybe buy some simple equipment. Maybe get an online plan from a PT or a coach and train at home. Maybe go on YouTube and have a look at all the free videos out there with HIIT workouts and yoga workout and boot camps, and there's multiple things on there that you can be doing. So far we've got get accountable, we've got make an implementation intention or a plan, we've got set some goals, we've got be flexible in our thinking, and we've got make use of training at home. Tip number 6, you will have more success if you're part of a group. So pre-COVID, everyone was going to exercise classes or boot camps or outdoor exercise or indoor exercise, this, that and the other. I know some of them are running at a minute, but some of them aren't. But there's a load of online stuff going. So part of being accountable is be part of an exercise group. Ideally, that exercise group should be prepaid, where you're going to pay for the next month subscription or you're going to pay up front for the next week, because as Brits, we are dead tight and we don't like to lose money. So if you can become part of a group where you can pay up front for your exercise, you're more likely to actually do that exercise because you're part of a group, you're accountable. You've got new accountable family, stroke community, stroke team members, and you've paid up front and you don't want to lose the money. That is tip number 6, and it is epic. Tip number 7, I want you to remember why you want to exercise. Because we often speak about how to exercise, we often speak about lifting and body weight and cardio and training styles. I want you to think about, what is your big why for exercising? Do you exercise for stress relief? Do you exercise because you want to look amazing when you get out the shower naked? Do you exercise because you want to look amazing for your partner? Do you exercise because you're looking at reducing body fat? Do you exercise because you've got some health markers that aren't quite right? Blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart and lung problems, obesity, joint problems. Do you exercise because you want to be dead fit and healthy in your older years? You must tap in regular into your big why for exercise. For example, my previous why for exercise was I was a competitive bodybuilder, and that's what I did, and that's why I went to the gym. I'm not a competitive bodybuilder anymore, so I exercise now because I want to feel amazing in my body every day and I want to live as long as I can. That's it. So I structure my exercise around that. So when I get up early in the morning to train, I know my why. I know if I'm sacrificing some lions in the morning, I'm going to live longer, I'm going to have a better body, I'm going to feel more body confident. Tap into your big why. Lastly, tip number 8. Please, exercise because you love your body, not because you hate it. Now let me tell you something, you can't polish a turd. If you've got an old banger of a car that you do not like, there's a good chance you're not cleaning it regular, you're not giving it TLC, you're just driving it until it breaks down and it's just one of them. But you may have a brand new car that you absolutely love and you're polishing it and you're cleaning it and you won't have a speck of dust on it and you look after it lovely. Here's what I want you to do. Imagine all the people that are less fortunate than you. Imagine the people that can't do the exercise that you can't do. Imagine the people that are not waking up as well as you are every day. I want you to love and accept the body that you've got whilst wanting to tweak a little few areas and just make it a little bit better than it was last month. Do not exercise because you hate your body and you want to change it. Exercise because you're fortunate enough to love your body and you're fortunate enough to be able to do exercise. So just to tweak it along to a nice bit of newness. Love the body you're in whilst wanting a little bit of change rather than constantly beating yourself up and saying, I hate my body, and exercise equals pain because I hate my body. Exercise because you absolutely love your body, but you just want a small bit of change. If I could give you a big summary for this vlog, it is totally normal to lose motivation. It is totally normal to lose consistency. It is totally normal to lack drive and motivation. But please know it's because it's not part of a lifestyle and you're choosing to dip in and out of exercise when you choose to. So that's the first bit. The second bit is make a flexible plan, be fluid with it, but also be accountable to a coach, a group, or maybe a social media private account or something, because that's really going to make you stay on track. And a plan, the implementation intention, it's going to keep you moving forward, because when you write down the what, the when, the how, you're more likely to follow through with that. And summary number 3, please love yourself whilst wanting something a little bit better than last month. Do not hate yourself and be wanting to change it and chip away broken bits. Love your body whilst wanting improvements. It's a short life. You know that. I'm hoping these top 8 tips to help you stay motivated during the dark winter, during changes and during uncertain times has helped. If it has, please press the like button and share it. If you would like to know any more about my PT, my boot camps, my nutrition, you know what to do. DM me, find my number, go on my social media account, see the work I do. If you think I may be the coach for you, send me a message, let's start the conversation. If not, go to my website, www.personaltrainertamworth.com. I love you all loads and I'll see you soon.